We're live. Good morning, friends. I just wanted to hop on. Uh, I know we set a stream for a couple nights ago, and and then we moved it to last night. Obviously, we have a lot of little ones. Uh, Things don't always go as planned, so I appreciate you guys being patient. Apologize for anybody who, I tried to cancel it out as early as possible, but it was still kind of close, only a few hours before. So anyway, um, again, I just want I just want to check in, say good morning. How's everyone doing? We will do a live again soon. We'll schedule it, but I don't. I'm not. It's hard for me to put it up in advance. That's just the cold hard truth. So good morning, Cynthia. Um, Excuse me, I'm not gonna be too loud because the babies. I just got them to sleep. Well, one went to bed and the other one just went to bed. So she might be waking up soon. We'll see. Anyway, a few things. Bob, good morning, brother. There's a few things I want to touch on. I, I, I don't even know where to begin, really. There's a lot of places you could be, right? There's a lot of places you could be. A lot of Bigfoot channels, and while it's a good thing to me, I'm happy because a lot of people are out there doing it. I'm happy for them because they're on their own journeys. But a lot of the people I see out doing it in the open, like in the public, like are doing it for the wrong reasons, or they're just spinning in circles, and it's hard to watch. It's really hard to watch, or watch these people get misled. Um, a lot of people will say, "Hey, what's up, brother Jimbo?" A lot of people will say, like, "Oh, be careful for Sasquatch. You know, they're demons. They're evil. They're this." Stop. Please stop, because the people, the human people, are the ones that are horrible to each other in this community, if you will. I don't see a community, to be honest with you. I see networks. Maybe one day there will be a community, a full blown one that everyone can work with, that works together nicely. Um, but the cold hard facts is it doesn't exist. I'm fairly easygoing to get along with, and you'll find plenty of people that say they hate me. Well, why? I don't know. Um, it's a strong word to use, but I shouldn't have maybe said hate. But like like I always say, if this isn't your cup of tea here, don't give up on Sasquatch. Try another place, try another channel, try another avenue, whatever. Just don't give up on the Sasquatch. That's all I ask, because it's an amazing thing. It really is. It's an amazing, amazing journey. They're amazing, amazing people. They have huge, huge hearts, which we lack sometimes. I'm to blame at times. You know, like that phrase, "I'm only human." Jesus was the way he was, right? Because he was, that's what we're supposed to set our image to be, right? Because he could turn the other cheek. He could do all these things, like just yesterday. I was out. We were out, family, doing our thing, driving, just looking at the scenery, and I'm going slow down a mountain road, looking at an eagle, looking for this eagle that we just saw fly by, and somebody, pulls down the horn, comes around. What's my reaction? Kind of take a pause, and I go, I want to chase them down. I want to chase them down, and for what? I mean, for what, really? Like, I had to really shake it off and not let it ruin my day, because, like, why am I gonna let that person's little angry, aggressive little acts, like, switch my mindset and my mood? And there's a lot of that going on. There's a lot of that going on. It's all smoke and mirrors. It's BS. Anyway, I want you guys to really, I challenge you in 2023. I challenge you to, I know I've challenged you before, to hold people accountable. Ask questions. Ask yourself questions. Like, should I, does this add up? Does this add up? Because a lot of these guys are salesmen. They're salesmen. They're really, really good at selling what they're pushing. And I see some of you that I see here in these other places, because I don't always talk when I'm there, but I watch. Because people will say, "Hey, how about this guy? Da da da." So I go and I check it out, and then I watch. And and I watch it happen. And where do I stand with that? Where do I go? Where do I put my foot down? Where do I get involved? Um, I try to just come back here, put my head down, and do the work, and keep everybody kind of focused, and do the right thing. And but it still happens and happens and happens, and it affects me because it hurts me, it bothers me. um, we're going to switch gears in the next year. We're going to switch gears. We're going to go really, really hard. We're not going to slowly, well, I'm going to take a group of people on the side, whatever, like whoever wants to come. I believe we're going to do memberships. I fought against it for a long time, but I want to take like, it's something that I got to do. Um, it'll help me be able to continue to go out. If you notice, the things have slowed down a little bit, but anyway, we're not gonna like do the spoon feed thing. We're not, obviously your opinions are welcome, but I'm gonna really just open up everything, and let it rip. I'm not gonna hold back anymore. I sit here and I fear what I say because I don't want it to get into the wrong hands and be misused. So sometimes I hold back with certain things. There's a lot of things that are entrusted in me, and I get fearful of saying them because I literally don't want it to go into the wrong hands. I was talking to Jimbo yesterday, and he said, even if so, it's public, it's gonna get out, and that kind of scares me too still. But um, I to a degree, I can't just sit back and just let the bullshit carry so much weight. I have to take it on my end, and just I have to do what I do, and I can only control myself, right, and my area operation. So we're gonna do it. We're gonna just go. We're gonna go all in. Um, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be exciting. It's got me a little anxious. It does, because I've only known one way so far, and that's been just kind of going with the flow and letting everybody kind of just come to me with what they want to know. And I don't care for those people necessarily that like force certain things. And to some extent, we're going to switch gears into that kind of scenario. um, but one thing I can promise you is it's going to be the things that I tell you as factual things are going to be the things that aren't my opinion or not my thoughts. They are the things that come directly from the Sasquatch. We don't talk a lot about the mind speak and things like that. I know a lot of people have trouble with these things. I know a lot of people have trouble with where this stuff comes from because we're geared towards looking for physical evidence, right? We need physical evidence for things. So a lot of times I hold back a little bit because I know that that's where the masses are. But the only way to change the way the masses think and help the masses grow in consciousness and level up, if you will, is to give what I got. Um, I'm in a lot of groups, large groups. I'll call them underground because they're not in the open. They're all private groups. They sit in the cut, and I want these people to come out and start, to become the primary. They could be. If every last one of them came out, they would be the primary. There's so many people that understand what's really happening, and they're not shoveling bullshit, but they're just not coming out. So I want to be like how Mike Patterson was for me. Like I want to be a pioneer like that. Like how Ron Moorhead is. Like I want to be a pioneer like that. If not for anything, for the next guy that comes up, and hopefully my strength will be enough for their strength to give them a little strength to come up and come out and give you guys what they have, because there's so many. I promise you, there's so many people out here with amazing situations, scenarios, stories, relationships, encounters, everything. It is like, it is so, I can't, magical is I don't know how to put it into terms necessarily, but like into words, because there's not necessarily something that describe it. um, a lot of times I'm walking around and I'm seeing things, and I'm just kind of like trying to drop little hints and innuendos and hoping some people here and there catch on to it. Um, I'm not doing that shit no more. I'm just gonna just dive into it and tell you exactly what that is. Take it or leave it. Um, I can't, I can't like, I can't sit here and bite my tongue anymore, knowing that. How do I like? Knowing that you guys are having your time wasted by others. Like I can slow play it, but by me slow playing it, I'm adding to letting the fake hoaxster, huckster, fraudster, BS carry on longer. So, fucking light it up. Jerry, what's up, brother? I'll say, Mike, I have no filter. Yeah, no, you know what I mean. Like, I've talked to you a lot about this because, like, it bothers me. I'm not gonna front. Like, it bothers me. Like, it bothers me. And while I don't really care for those people who, like, go around attacking each other and this and that, or, like, digging up dirt on one another, everybody's got a past. Everybody's got flaws. Everybody's got their own journey, right? Like, I know guys who are out there, like, and they're just poking around. And I did it that way. And I'm sure there was people frustrated with me that they had an answer to give me, but I didn't really necessarily want it, and that's fine. I'm not trying to like shove things down anyone's throat. But if you want it, I'm just gonna give it raw and uncut. Take it or leave it, go somewhere else, whatever. I get it. But this is the first time I've ever said like "New Year, new me," like, because I always think that's corny. Like, oh, it's just another freaking day. But no, like I'm choosing to make that day the day that shit changes. I'm just gonna utilize that day. That's it. That's what I'm utilizing it for. um yeah, so it's gonna be a lot of fun. There's gonna be a lot of changes as far as there will be the membership. Obviously, I told you guys there was some changes. I didn't want to do anything before the holidays or during the holidays. I don't want to add anybody digging in pockets for anything, especially during Christmas time or whatever holiday you celebrate. Um, you know, all sorts of like there's gonna be, oh, we got a bunch of like different gear coming in. Obviously, right now it's been an Arctic blast or whatever you want to call it. So we have the psionics now, the night vision camera. So I have to work on getting SD cards and stuff. It's kind of costly at the moment, but I'm gonna get SD cards, long ones, and I'm gonna figure out how to upload that kind of stuff. And what was it? NMB, welcome. Hey, hope you're doing all right, man. I'm going to. There's some other stuff. I don't know. Jimbo said there's some other surprises. Um, anyway, fact of the matter is, like I said earlier, I can only control myself. If I feed into anything else, I'm really just wasting everybody's time and wasting my own time. So, yeah, I think you get the concept here. There's a lot of times where I'll start to say something, and I catch myself and I stop. I stop what I'm giving because I'm worried that it's going to get caught up in the wrong people, and it's going to get misused, and because I've seen it happen. I know for a fact there's a guy who watches me, takes what I say and funnels it differently. Funnels it completely differently. Takes it, uses the sword, but he can't stop running his mouth. So he takes the gist of what I say, and then he just manipulates it into this like shit show, and that's what people start to take it as. This stuff is very simple. It's very, very simple. Very simple. They're very simple people. Sasquatch are very simple people. It doesn't take much to please them. It really doesn't. Um, really, really doesn't. Um, I was talking about like those. I was talking with somebody about those tribes, those uncontacted tribes, and whenever people try to contact them, like they throw arrows at them, they attack them, they this, they that. It's not because they don't know what the hell is what. You know what I mean? They've seen planes up to this point. Like they've put together what it is. They don't want that shit. They know they could come out and be part of society. They're not stupid. They don't want it. They don't want it. Leave them alone. They don't want it. And I envy that. I was also talking to somebody about it when I was in combat. Like, in war, some people would say it's really hard, right? That's got to be the hardest thing to do. And it is. I'm not going to say it's not. Because that's just ignorant. But some parts of it are very simple. There's no politics. There's no traffic. There's no stress. You don't get bills in the mail. You know what I mean? There's nothing going on. Your neighbor's not mowing the lawn and this and that when you're trying to think of that. Like, whatever bugs you during the day or whatever the hell you got to deal with. There's none of that overseas. You wake up, you grab your boys, you go, you get something to eat. If you got to go somewhere, you get each other's back on the road. You get back, you survive, you get back in bed, and then that's it. And then, obviously shit pops off all day, every day, but it's just survival. It's very simple. And that part of it, I really enjoyed. I really, really enjoyed. I was good at it. I was really, really good at it. Equator 7, welcome. There is nowhere else. You have always been a source of truth, bro. Oh, thank you, Jerry. I do appreciate that, really, I do. I know there's a lot of you guys have been here with me from jump, and I know you can remember when I was just literally like kicking sticks around, kicking rocks around, like, a nervous little kid just trying to figure it out. Come a long way. Come a long way, and I'm tired of dumbing it down. And I don't want you guys to think like, oh, like he's been withholding shit from us. It's not that. It's not that. It's really not that. I have to find a way. You got to understand, I have to find a way to properly distribute this information without sounding like a cocky asshole, without offending people, without making it too much too soon, without you know what I'm saying? Like, sounding like a know-it-all. Like, there's a lot of different things that you have to take into consideration when you're distributing things to the masses. And this channel grew very fast, and I wasn't ready for that at all. There was comfort for me. There was comfort in it for me when it was small. There was. And there's a lot of people here now. And, I owe it to the first 5 and 10 that were here. I owe it to the last 5 and 10 that showed up. I owe it to everybody in between to just keep it raw and uncut at this point. People would ask me questions. I also wanted to have experience before I kind of walked around like acting like I knew something. People would ask me different questions. Do you hear me now say winter? Nothing changes in winter. I'm comfortable saying that. I wouldn't say that in the first year or the second year. How could I? I barely knew, right? I haven't even seen a second winter. How could I know maybe that last winter was just a fluke, right? But no, 4 or 5 winters later, it's active as hell. We were out. You saw the last video, right? You saw it. If you saw it, you saw it. Again, I'm sitting there saying like, well, it could be a stick. It could. I know what the fuck it is. I'm tired of doing that. I really am. I'm tired of doing that. If you don't think it is, that's cool. But when I see it, I'm going to call it out. I'm just going to call it out. I have to. I can't. If I do certain things for other people too, like that I work with, that I kind of want to bring along, but I kind of got to let them, I guess, come at their own pace. But I got to go at my own speed too. And that speed has got to be real and uncut at this point. Just unleash the beast type shit. Like, yeah. So I don't want you guys to think the membership is going to be leave anybody out on too much, but I am going to entrust certain things on that side that I know aren't going to come out to everybody, and I hope that we can keep it there. I really hope it works out that way, because some of the stuff is going to be like, I'm going to give you guys like real locations for one. Not all of them, obviously, but some of the places we go, I'm gonna give you guys real locations, so you can go and like Google it and see where the hell we are. You know what I mean? And that's gonna add a cool another level to it, because you're gonna be able to see exactly what this place is as a whole, not just through that lens. And I hate that I can't do that sometimes, but it's hard for me when I post same day, and then there's a Sasquatch in the video, and if I'm giving a real tight, real place, like, so anybody can just swoop in there and just, and granted, while I know they could protect themselves, I don't want to aid in that. Um, it's just my way of kind of protecting protecting them. Even if they don't need it, it's something that makes me feel like I've tried. You know. For those of you who don't know, early on, I showed a location, and that's kind of when it stopped. I was showing locations, and then when I stopped, it was because there was a large nest I used to go to locally on the island and sit with them and do a lot of interacting. And it's called the Locked World now because it's got two locks on it. Two, like they added injury to insult, whatever you want to call it, insult to injury, whatever. But they went into this place with God knows what kind of bulldozer or whatever, and leveled. I mean, all the trees, all the bushes, all the nest, everything. They leveled it for no reason, and just made it. I mean, it was just a flat, sandy surface, nothing left, and that shit broke me. I almost quit. That shit broke me. Scotty B, what's up? Trevin, good to see you. Mary, welcome. I got tears in my eyes from that. This shit still hurts, I guess. At this very moment, I'm at a nature preserve. Nice. Nature preserves are awesome. So, if you guys don't know one of my theories, I'm going to go into depth on it in part of the book that I'm going to write. But I believe nature preserves are like Indian reservations. They're made for Sasquatch and cryptids and everything. Nature preserves. State parks are kind of controlled areas, but I think nature preserves are literally unspoken reservations. That's how they kind of, we kept our land, we gave them a little something that's never going to be touched. Kind of keeps them from chopping heads, I guess. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I can't act like I know it all, but anyway, nature preserves are loaded down. You want to find something, go to a nature preserve or a reserve, especially if those reserves or preserves are off limits. Like, you can't go in them, like, just walk the outskirts. You don't want to go in because sometimes there's birds that lay eggs and stuff in there and they're endangered, whatever the case may be. But if you could just walk the outskirts and take a peek in, you like it. Promise you. Again, these are things I've been holding back on a little bit, and I don't want to do that. Anyway, guys, so I really just wanted to come on and say we are going to do a stream, Sarah and I. We got bums here. Not cool. Yeah, I don't know. Probably. Jay, what's up, bro? I don't know. I don't even pay attention if there is one here, Jim. Don't worry about it. I could care less. I literally don't put my energy into anything that don't need it. I have people, like, sometimes, like, I've had people think like they play me and like do these things, like they like waste my time and do all these fucking stupid things. Excuse my language, but it don't faze me. It don't faze me, like, in the slightest. Words don't faze me. Things like that don't faze me. I have people attack other people and stuff in the chat sometimes in the comments, and I just get rid of it right away. I am on top of that shit more than anybody can imagine. As soon as a comment comes in, I see it. Whether I comment on it right away, sometimes I don't comment on it because I'm tired, or I am, like, busy or whatever, but I see it, and if I want to leave a response that's, like, decent, I won't just, sometimes I'll just say thank you if I'm in a rush, whatever, but, or just hearted or whatever, but I see everything as soon as it comes in. Before it makes it on YouTube, I'm on it. Oh, I didn't mean in chat, brother. Okay. Yeah, all right, thank you. Well, I figured if there was, you just mentioned it and got rid of them already, and I didn't even see it, so. Yeah, no, everybody that comes through is fairly amazing. Like, I can't even complain. Like, we don't get trolls wasting time, all that shit, because I feel like we kind of don't give it attention, right? What does anybody want that's being negative or trolling, whatever? What do they want? They want attention. So if they're not getting it here, I mean, I don't bite. I don't bite. I got alligator skin, so I don't care. Um, you know. Uh, Hang on, guys. Let me see. Sarah just texted me. Their voice messages, so I'm gonna have to go check those. Jay, good to see you, bro. I thank you all. I appreciate you all. I've held off on this membership thing because obviously I don't like the idea of I don't know, like I don't like the idea of it. I don't like the idea of like asking, but I it's something I gotta do to continue to make it go, and I think I can make it fair. Thank you, Cynthia. I appreciate that. I just saw the super chat. Thank you so much. Um, I think I'm gonna make it fair because I've seen a lot of channels that have memberships and they just don't do anything about it. There's nothing. I'm gonna make it great, is what I'm getting at. Um, Hopefully, and if there's something that needs work or that we can add to, whatever, we'll do that. We will do that. Um, there will be like a stream, at least one or two every month, whatever. We'll figure it out. Where you know, just straight interaction, fire away, ask what you want. Similar to a subscriber Sunday, just smaller and quieter, I guess, right? I don't know how many people I'm gonna expect. Like, I don't know if there's gonna be 2 people that join it or 20. I don't know. But either way, did I sign up for AdSense? Oh yeah. A Patreon page. I've thought of it, but I don't know how to. I don't want to I don't want to branch away from this to an extent because it's just something else I'll have to juggle. So that's kind of why I figured I would do the membership here instead. Uh, you know what I'm saying? It kind of keeps everything close. I've only just started branching out to TikTok a little bit, just because I know there's a generation coming through. I know there's a generation that's up and coming. I know it. I'm watching them. I'm working with them. Trust me, I'm working with them, and they're amazing. Like, some of you might be looking at me like I'm the young generation, but I'm not. These guys are grinding, and they are going to be amazing. I know a lot of people have probably, been in the game a long time or whatever. I mean, as someone who has addiction problems, I know the newcomer is the most important person in the room. It's just the way it is. It is. Keeps you fresh, keeps you on your toes. They have new ideas. They're man, just you know what I mean, right? So many different reasons. So I'm getting paid from the ads now. Yeah, it's not a lot because I don't get a lot of views. Like, I put out a lot of content, but they don't get a lot of views. You have to get thousands and thousands and thousands of views to get anything. So I get anywhere from like 40 to $50 a month. So usually I have to make 100 even for them to send it. So a lot of times I don't even get anything each month. It doesn't come till like every 2 months. But pretty much as soon as it comes, it just goes in the gas tank. So uh, you know. Sometimes when people donate like super chats, like they'll be like $20 in super chats that month. That makes like it seriously makes a difference. I know it's some channels that get a lot of stuff. I don't know. I don't know. I can only talk for myself, and yeah. So it would be beneficial for me, right, to make one video, put it out, not put anything else out for a week because that thing's gonna build views, right? But that's not me. That's not what I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna just slow down because of a couple of dollars. So it just doesn't, the way I do things doesn't benefit me as a YouTuber. You know what I mean? Um, at all. No. Uh, yeah, but I'm not a YouTuber. Would extra money be great? Sure, because I'm disabled. It'd be great. You know, I can't go out and work. I have unemployability. But it is what it is. Jerry, sweet Jesus, man. Thank you, brother. Um, Gotta run, bro. I'm excited for the big changes. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate it, bro. Jerry's one of the people that have been here. Uh, Jerry's got it. I've been one of the people that have been here for a long, long time. Yeah, he's been a great support. He throws some money on the PayPal probably every month. Uh, you know, um, it's just it always helps. You know, some of you send through PayPal. You know, like Steve Wolf sends something every month. Like one way or another. Like when that comes in, it's so like I can't even explain it. It seems like it's always right on time. You know, like when like my my pockets are in the worst way and I need gas or something like that, it comes in and it's like, you know, that's how I know there's like a higher power at work. You know, whether you believe in God or you know, there's so many different religions out there. So I try to stay away from God as far as like the word God. Um, but there is definitely a higher power. You know, um, we're all connected. It's just a matter of putting those puzzle pieces together. Uh, you know, people always get mad that like someone doesn't believe in Sasquatch. I know people who don't even people hate other races still. Hate other races. Straight up racist to other they wouldn't even accept that person because of the color of their skin or their culture. And you want them to accept the fact that there's something that's on a level above us? Come on. Like I stopped caring about the people who don't want to come along and don't want to be uplifted and see the beauty in all this. I ain't got time for that shit. So for those of you who do sit here and you do take your time, because your time is as valuable as anything. The time that we just sat here and did this, you could have been doing anything. At your fingertip, you could have been anywhere in the whole entire world, right? World Wide Web. Anywhere. And you came in here. I don't take that lightly. I don't forget that. I don't. I that's important to me. You could have took your time and went and made some money. Could have took your time and put it into your family, anywhere. But you were here with me. I don't take that lightly. I don't. Um, I don't. You know. Anyway, thank you. I'm getting emotional today. I don't know what it is, but. Cynthia, thank you for the super chat. Jerry, thank you for the super chat. While it is not a requirement and it is not like something that's uh, in in no way, shape, or form like is it necessary, but it is so beyond appreciated. You have no idea. When I come here with you guys on whether I make a video, whether I do a live, I try to leave um, everything else on the outside. Right? I try to leave all the other shit on the outside, but I'm just a regular guy with uh, pain, struggles, issues, everything. You know? Yeah, I'm a marshmallow every day, but I just. Oh! Alright, my friends. That is one of the babies, and there is nothing I can do about that, guys, so. Um, just bear with me. Bear with me. guys. All right, she might go back down. We'll see. I'm gonna do a quick change and give her a bottle. So we'll see what happens. I'm still gonna have to get going anyway. Wash windows? I'm not washing shit. Not in this neighborhood. These mountains, man. Like as soon as I did that, it would be dirty again. I wish I could take you. I wish I could take you out there and show you the view. Like, you know where we put that pumpkin on the edge of that golf course, and like that's like right there. We're basically like mid mountain, and then there's like there's I don't know. We're at like a little over 1,000, like almost like 1,200 elevation, 1,200 foot elevation. But obviously the mountains they go. I think the local one here that I climb, I start at like 35, 33, 34, somewhere in there. But it goes up. We haven't even gone up yet. We haven't even gone up that way yet. We still only been staying up. The one we call Big Mountain. That's not the real name. I hear a kid yelling, like a grown kid though. And we don't have any grown kids in the house today. The one we call Big Mountain is it's not the real name, but it's amazing. Anyway, when we decide to go up, it's gonna be special. Moogs, what's up, bro? What it do? I need frozen iguanas. What the hell is wrong with this guy today? This guy's got damage. So, yes, thank you. Smash the like button. Look how much you do for us. You leave your family and go out of your way to bring us this content. Yeah, you know, I mean, we were supposed to, Sarah and I were going to do a live, not last night, the night before. I can't even remember what happened. I can't even remember what happened at that point. I think maybe we were both tired, or we chose to just kind of tap out or whatever and like reschedule it for last night. Both of us kind of got sick, like we're not feeling great, like whatever. So around 6 or 5:30 last night, I canceled that out because like I didn't want to just reschedule it again and again and again. So I just canceled it out. I was so out of it, like physically, and like I was so drained. I went to make a community tab comment, like hey, sorry, blah blah blah, and I didn't even get to that. Like I was just there's a lot of things going on. There always is. There's always a lot of things going on, but I always try to make time for this. This is so. I don't think I've ever finished anything. I don't think I've ever finished anything in my life. I'll start anything and never finish it. But I won't even get far with things. Like I start something, I give up pretty fast. Like because I lose interest in it. This isn't like something that like for some people Sasquatch is a hobby. For something it's something they can pick up and put down. For some people it's part time. This is it's not the case for me. There, if I don't go out there, they come here, and it's not like I don't want the people who like to sound like it's scary or whatever, because for me it's not. It's sometimes they scare the shit out of me. Like I have a video of them out there banging on something. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it was just something that sounds loud, and it was just reverbing off the different stuff. But I like grabbed her. She was inside. I was like, come here, come here. She's like, oh, they're banging out there. I was like, yeah. I'm like, what? Who's they? She's like, I don't know. She's like, there's nothing out there. So I'm like looking, and I'm videoing with the cell phone camera, and I can't really see anything except like a few like lights here and there, you know, ambient lights that weren't off yet because it wasn't super late. And then I get the psionics, and like I'm looking through that because it's got the night vision, and there's nothing physical there, you know, at least standing on its own like a person, you know. So, and it's still banging, so I'm like shit. And then at one point it like made me jump out of my skin. Because, like, I was like, all right, I guess it's done. Like, I went to take a drag of my cigarette, and it was like, boom. Like, I was like, all right, fuck this. And I ran inside. Um, I could post it, but there's nothing really to see. It's just something's out there banging. Like, yeah, if I posted those videos, like, it would be a bunch of dark videos of, like, random noises and things happening and stuff. And I have dozens of them, hundreds of them probably by now. You know, same as I have hundreds of videos of Black Hawk helicopters over the house and drones buzzing around the house, and you know what I mean, like in the middle of the night, huge freaking drones. Like, I could post those and show people, but then that becomes the focus. You know what I mean? And then I don't want that to be the focus. I don't want to get, just like I don't want to give a troll attention. I don't want to give the feds attention. Wyckoff, good to see you. Can try to walk away many times and you find yourself right back here. Yeah, no, they don't stop. You're right. I mean, it's just it. Yeah, they don't. Wyckoff's America. If you guys can subscribe to Wyckoff's America, that's it. Yeah, it is America. I like that. I thought it's just the way I said it. It is real. I thought it was America, but it is Wyckoff's America. They do a lot of good things over there. Jimbo put me on a while back. When the hurricanes hit in Florida, they were doing. That's when I came into Wyckoff's America. Anyway, that's when I showed up. They've had a channel for quite a while, but they were driving around and doing. They were giving things to people who lost everything. They had their car was loaded. I mean, loaded, and they were driving around, and it was cool because they were coordinating with the people who are doing things like FEMA and or whoever, and like the military was out there, the National Guard. So they were like talking to those people, and like if they were hitting those areas with things already, then they would carry on and go to another place. You know, so that was more needed, and it was cool. It's cool. They put in a lot of hard work. Check out Moog's show Tuesday and Thursday nights. Moogie on Monster on YouTube, also White Coast. Oh, okay, so you covered it. Thank you, Jimbo. Yes, Moogie on Monster is that's a really great show. He hasn't wavered from the way he started it a couple years ago. A few times he'd have guests on, but like even still, like it's still the bread and butter of his show. Like it puts a link in chat, and it makes it so amazing because you don't know which way it's gonna go. You can't predict it. You cannot predict what's going to happen or who's going to show up or whatever. He shows up, puts a link in the chat, and then bing, 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 bing. Sometimes it's a shit show, occasionally. But it's always entertaining, But most times it's just a lot of, 99 out of 100 shows are amazing. It's good people just hanging out, shooting the shit, talking about whatever's clever. Like, it could be Sasquatch, it could be something, shit might. Usually we touch on fishing quite a lot. Like, fishing comes up more often than not. Spent Thanksgiving camping down the road from the lake. Oh, that's dope. See, like, I miss that. Like, I can't go camping in this weather. That's one of the reasons I would probably like living down south. I couldn't rough it in the summer though. Like, I couldn't do it. I don't do well with the extreme heat. I see the $45 up there. Thank you guys so much. Like, that, I can't even express to you how much that does. Like, thank you so much. Okeechobee. I lived in Florida for a short time. I have a lot of family down there. My father's side was down there too. Before majority of them are deceased except my cousins, but we won't dive into that. Anyway, I lived down there with my mother and my father at the time when I was young. It was like I was like three to age like 6, maybe, because I think I started first grade down there and then I finished first grade up here in New York. Yeah, so probably like age 2 or 3 to age 6. But we lived in like Altamont Springs mainly, and it was cool because I remember you could see the space shuttles come off from like Cape Canaveral, You can watch it on the TV and then like step outside and just watch it go up the rest of the way. And once it cleared the trees and stuff. Florida's a beautiful place. It's very vast. It's just like any state. People think they understand what a state is because of something. Like when you hear New York, a lot of people think of Manhattan, right? But that's all they know, and they don't know the rest. Like California is so big. Like you could have snow in part. You know what I mean? You have snow here and people surfing here. Like Texas, I've been to Texas. Like I've only been to like southeastern Texas. Like I was in San Antonio and San Padre Island, and I can't remember. But for instance, like the Alamo, when I saw the Alamo, I had an understanding of what the Alamo was, and then when I saw it, I was like, what? Like, what? It's like in the middle of the town, like on Main Street, like. Unreal. Mike, have any idea when you were gonna fire up memberships? Probably January. When I ideally I'd like to do it like the 1st of January, but we know that's not gonna happen. I don't even have my laptop here, so whenever I leave here, I go and I'll probably or whatever. I don't know, but it's gonna be probably the first week in January if I can figure it out. I'm gonna also have to start to figure it out. I'm gonna have to get on there and I don't use the laptop ever because I don't know how. But I'm gonna have to get on there and just start figuring it out. I want to figure out those custom emojis and all that shit. And I think one of the things I'm going to do also is I'm going to change the channel name. I think I've been very, very torn with it. Very, very torn with it. I don't have anything set in stone yet, but I might change it because we're not just on Long Island anymore. So, I don't want to. I want to kind of want to branch that out a little bit and make it more of like a New York type thing, so or a Northeast thing. I don't know. I'm not sure I'm not 100% sure yet, but it's something I've been kicking around. Yeah. Kind of just want to start fresh a little bit. Not, without starting fresh, just start fresh. You know what I mean? It's all right, Scotty. I gotta hop off, guys. I really, really do. Mokes, you deserve it, bro. You don't have to thank me. Like you guys know me by now. If somebody's doing something good, and I think like you know what I mean. You know what I mean. You deserve it, bro. You're doing a good thing there. You really are. You're bringing a lot of people together and on a consistent basis and doing positive things. I watch your show, bro. There's things that would piss me off if I was sitting in your chair. You take everything with grace, man. You handle everything with grace. Yes, Mokes does call out the BS also, yeah. Yeah. He does. Yes, he does. Very quickly. But that's, I mean, you can't be fake for the sake of, somebody's feelings, or like, there's only so much you could do, like, especially if somebody's going to sit up there with you, and you can only let them bullshit so much, or you know what I mean, whatever. I'm not going to dive into that negative shit, but yes, I like when he does, because it's, everybody likes someone who's genuine and keeps it real, right? Right, people will catch on, and that's the thing. There's a lot of people out here that think they're fucking slick. Excuse my mouth again, but they're not slick. They're not slick. You might have a couple of people fooled still. You might. You might have a couple of people, or they might even pity you, and they donate a few bucks here and there. But stop. Because at the end of the day, sure, it's going to be a bad look when that's all you I don't know. Just, guys, please be smart about it. Think about it. Think about who you're investing in. Please just think about it. Like if somebody's asking you for money because they need to go in the field, ask why. Oh, Sarah's home. Hey, I'm on a stream.
Yeah?
I'm doing a stream. I'm almost done.
gonna wait for me?
No, we're gonna do one later. I was just apologizing for and just shooting the shit because we didn't do it last night or the night before. So we're gonna do one later.
You couldn't help yourself.
Praise to Cash. Yeah, no. Who's that? Steven? Yeah. Why, you want to just get on this one? Hey, you want to just get on this one? Or you want to do it later?
Later.
Alright, we'll be back later, guys. I'm not... Jim, I'll get him. Just leave him. I'll get him.
Oh, okay. Alright. I'm confused.
Yeah, I know. That's why you're wearing my jacket and house slippers.
No, these are my slippers.
I know, I said house slippers. House shoes.
I forgot to put shoes on.
That's alright.
It's a vibe.
Alright, guys, there's
It's giving goose shit.
My goose shit. Alright, let me handle this hot mess over here, please. Alright, guys, thank you so much for the donations too, Jerry, Cynthia, thank you, guys. I appreciate you. We'll be back later. Yeah. I'm not going to set it in stone, but keep an eye out for it. I'll try to put it a little in advance, but I'm not going to do it like 24 hours in advance no more because we can't keep our shit together that long. So.
Yeah.
Alright. Thank you, friends. I appreciate it. Jimbo, stop sending shit. Seriously. Thank you, guys. I'll catch you later, alright? Stay blessed, stay safe, and as always, thank you, thank you, thank you.